has been felt by Joseph Morales and his experience in the UFC. Let's go ahead and get Mr. Joe Martinez to introduce these two competitors.
Well, fight fans, we are set to go with our co-featured bout this evening. 3 rounds this scheduled in the flyweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a freestyle fighter standing 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in officially 125 3/4 pounds. In 11 professional fights, his record stands at 9 victories and 2 defeats. He fights out of Sacramento, California. Here is Joseph And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in officially 125 1/2 pounds in 10 professional fights. He has an outstanding record of 8 victories with 2 defeats. Fighting out of Durango, California, here is Mr. Nice Guy, Kevin Wirth! And your referee in charge of the action is Jason Herzog.
Jason Herzog, your referee for this one. The crowd very much making themselves known here at Humphreys on the Bay. Josh Palmer, Jens Pulver, Angela Hill, cage side with you tonight for all of the action. Kevin Wirth in the black trunks, taking on Joseph Morales in the white trunks. Touch of gloves, Morales to the center of the cage first. We mentioned earlier in one of our prelim bouts, flyweights moving at quite some speed these days.
Yeah, the kicks of Kevin Wirth are very hard to judge. I know firsthand. He helped me train for my Michelle Waterson fight, and his karate style is just like that. He can throw that lead leg up in a moment's notice, and yeah, it's probably his strongest skill.
You saw it there, a lead leg side kick. There we go again. Just firing the quadriceps out to really hit with the point of the foot there.
Now you're looking good.
Oh, that's a nice level change fake to the shots from Morales.
That's really what you have to do to get around that leg. You have to feint, dip to the side, and then kind of come around the chamber. He's always going to chamber forward, so you have to come around that leg in order to land shots.
Still Morales pressing forward here, looking to type in the clinch. Body lock for Wirth, who reaps the leg out and almost completes the takedown, but he moves to the back very deftly indeed. Morales showing the awareness to try and use the cage there to save himself. Wirth keeps keeping that head so high and tight, trying to work his way around behind Morales again.
Doing a really good job of making Morales have to work in that position. Good job with the body lock. One of the things is, again, he's coming back down to 125. He's got to be feeling like he's a bigger, stronger fighter. He doesn't look too at 125. He doesn't look too drained. He looks to be the stronger fighter, and right now he's kind of utilizing that. Morales is doing a good job of kind of weathering the storm, but you can tell Wirth just how strong he is, trying to duck underneath, get that takedown, and control the position.
Yeah, the rocking back and forth from Morales there to try and create the space. You see he goes under the leg. What he'll do is he'll roll under and then roll back to help himself stand back up. Good work from him.
And that's really good work, because we've seen him get stuck a little too flat before and just waste time on the ground where, you know, when you're being laid on top, you're losing those seconds, you're losing those rounds. So really good job of him continuing to move and getting right back up to his feet.
Morales' chance to press forward against the cage here. It's a good underhook from Wirth as Morales tries to drop down on a single leg here and try and pick that leg up and walk all the way across the front of Wirth's body with it.
Great power, good up elbow right there, Morales in. That was slick. That was slick.
And there we go, it's a big single leg pickup there. Wirth immediately back up to the feet.
Right back to his feet.
And the problem is that's one of those moves that takes a lot of energy to do.
100%. It takes a lot to pick you up, and it's just disheartening when you just boom and he bounces right back up and like not faded. And that's one thing, both of them. This has been a serious chess match in that over-under position again. We've seen it one time earlier today, but I love the way that they've spent so much time and they're trying to, you know, jockeying back and forth positions. Now they're breaking it back out in the center. But I like watching these two go at it like that in the clinch.
And then we just saw the snapping front kick again from Wirth. You see that wide stance, much more reminiscent of traditional striking arts. Kick from and he clips him over the top there. Wirth forced to try and regain his guard here, gives up side control. Morales being very patient in moving forward here though. He's not flurrying, he's trying to secure the position first. Did he get that head control? Back into half guard for Wirth now.
Really just posture here. He has a good position. He knows he rocked him. He should posture and just pepper him as he tries to get up. This is a good spot for him to be in, but I think he's trying a little too hard to hold. Not capitalizing on the fact that he just hurt him.
Some good ground and pound there from Morales, but it opened up the guard retention for Wirth, who's got a half guard one butterfly hook here. You see that right leg jammed inside the crease of the hip. He can use that to elevate, and there he does.
See, the one real thing is he tried to sweep right there. The one thing that neither one is they're trying to hold the other one down, and they haven't been able to do it. They can't get each other to stop. They've been going at it, just putting in a lot of work, a lot of scrambling. It's been a lot of fun in the first round. Good right hand again.
Yeah, good hip position and double birds from Morales. I think that was a little bit in jest. It seems like, I don't know, I can't tell actually now.
No, they were both smiling. I think that was a little cute motion.
Well, a good end to the round for Joseph Morales. Nice period of top position. Trying to land some ground and pound. Let's take a look at that knockdown, see if we can catch it in a bit more detail here. Oh, and it was a glancing right on the break. No semblance of a guard from Kevin Wirth. Right on the temple.
What a shot, good clipper. You gotta be careful on that break, and that's what, you know, always fire a shot on the break. Their hands aren't down, I mean, their hands might be down. They may not be paying attention. It's a great job.
Good recovery though from Wirth, it had to be said. He was able to reestablish some guard each time, but Morales landing some excellent ground and pound there. You see that shot connecting over the top, tried a few elbows as well. And here's the gamesmanship at the end of the first round. Putting the exclamation point on what was the next round for Morales. Jason Herzog gets us underway for the second here. Morales manages to land that lead kick. Pressing kick.
Come on.
A lot of tricky kicks coming from Kevin Wirth right now.
Oh, good strikes.
You don't like that. He's trying to do some dumps. He's setting the spin of that dumb shit.
They have no respect for his karate.
That's it. Just listen. We're listening into the corner of Joseph Morales, who is situated just 12 feet away from us. And yes, they're being a little bit disparaging of the opponent's striking attempt so far.
In a kind way, don't fall for that hooey, I think is what they were saying.
But there is something really frustrating about that karate style and that lead leg just keeping you away from the fight.
Yeah, it's also a style you don't come up against in the gym all that often. Unless you have someone that you know is going to do it and you can prepare for it, it's you know, it can take you off guard for sure.
You know, I like the Morales is still aggressive, coming forward, even though he has to deal with these different angles and different styles of kicks. He's not really falling for it. You know, I mean, he's still trying to move forward, pressing the action, coming after him. Nice double leg.
Beautiful job.
Really good job.
Look how quick he cleared the hips. Didn't actually manage to land in a dominant position. But again, into this single butterfly hook here.
You know, and Wirth's doing a good job trying to push ahead, try to get his butterfly in, you know what I mean, and just start to work and create that space. He doesn't like being held down. These guys have been at it back and forth. It's been a lot of fun watching these two transition on the ground, get back to their feet, get into the clinch, and things like that. But that's one thing that Morales is doing a good job. You know, they spend so much time grappling, there's not much striking.
Morales is going to look to land some more ground and pound here. This is a horrible position for Wirth. If he does eat some shots, his head is very firmly jammed up against the cage.
Yeah, he has that arm trapped. He needs to try to get that free so he can start using it to climb up. And right now, Morales is doing a good job of keeping it trapped behind his back and not allowing him to posture up.
Really good job.
Yeah, that cross-wrist control is horrible, and he's opened his neck up for a possible guillotine as well.
Good job.
Morales chasing the back here.
Good job of getting back up by Wirth.
Yeah,
Nice little hook there, keeping him from getting that takedown again.
yeah, exactly. Morales tried to load Wirth up onto his hip, and Wirth just hooked the leg. It's pretty typical defense to that type of takedown. But here's a big pickup from
Nice power.
And that's so disheartening right there. You use all that energy to get up. You're finally up. You see the light, and then they just grab your legs and take you away from the fence where it's even harder to get up.
Wirth planting the foot on the hip there, trying to keep Morales at bay, allow himself an opportunity to potentially kick and get back to his feet. Only a minute 30 left in this second round.
And that's what he's got to do, right? Like what Andrew was saying, he spent 30, 40 seconds trying to get his feet in, just to finally work and get up and get him to his feet, and then he picks him up, slams him back down, and start over again.
Well, he shot a triangle there, but it was a little bit loose, and that's allowed a simple stack pass for Morales. Able to just lift his head up, drive his chest forward, clear those legs. He's got side control here.
This is definitely where he can be. This is where he can really start trying to, again, the problem is because both of them are still going so fast, he can't really posture up and throw strikes. He's just basically stuck trying to grapple him and contain him, because Wirth is ready to explode and pop back out at any second. So, again, we always just say kind of position before submission, but he can't, as much as he would like to strike, he's kind of not being able to, because he has to hold it.
20 seconds.
Yeah, that's, again, a good attempt with the
Let's cut him up a little
that
bit.
single hook. Call it a sumigashi or an elevator hook. Lifting with that instep.
Those little chipping elbows, like, they can do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
They can cut. You saw that glancing blow earlier that cut open, that cut somebody open. Just a little elbow, and if he adds that, I think he's going to open up more positions, open up mount, or maybe some submissions. Just throwing a little bit more ground and pound in there.
Morales going really high with his upper body control here. Keeps turning his hip down to try and check the hip of Wirth, but it's good guard recovery again from the nice guy. It's not going to help him though. Morales, an excellent round for him there. Managing to get several dominant positions, or at least good positions on the ground off those takedowns.
You know, and it's got to be this a little bit disheartening, but I love it because Wirth is not giving up. You know what I mean? He's not giving in. He's still in this fight. He's not, you know, you're thinking you're just a minute away from being able to just take it over.
Let's take a look at what I think was that first takedown, and just managing to try and clear the legs, drive across, run across the front of his opponent. And this was a much bigger high amplitude takedown a little bit later on, but still not able to clear the guard.
You know, he tried, and I think Wirth, like he did a good enough to try to keep one leg in there so you couldn't pass it.
And there was some good ground and pound from Morales as well. Used an elbow to kind of flip his hips up, and you see him transition his hips in midair there to help clear the guard, get to side control.
And if I'm in Morales' corner, I'm telling him to do more of that. More of that. That's going to open up those more dominant positions, and he can maybe get a finish here.
Jens, what's Kevin Wirth got to do to try and shift the momentum in this bout?
You know, it's one of those things. He's trying it, the way he's throwing his kicks, the way he's throwing his hands, adding in movement, maybe more punches and bunches, but then it's those takedowns. But you got to derail him, but you need to just start throwing those shots. You got to start throwing combinations and start to set him up. Throw in some feints, get him moving, and just try to stay confident. And what is your game plan? Get him in circles, move, spin, land these shots that you're trying to land.
Yeah, I'd really like him to just set his kicks up with a little more punches, because I think Morales is timing it. He's timing the takedowns off of the missed kicks. He's drawing the kick out, and if he throws them once, it makes it a lot easier for him to time and get the takedown just like here.
Just like what he just did, caught it.
Exactly.
Good body lock, managed to reap the leg as well. Got good hip control here, but as we say all the time, you know, it's trying to land strikes at the same time as control the hips. You've got to pick one or the other.
Exactly.
I think Kevin's just so strong. He's so strong and wriggly on the ground that the safest thing to do is to hold, is to drag him down, is to keep him down. You know you're going to win that round. You know you can land a couple more shots, and as long as you're landing more shots than the guy on bottom, you're winning.
Kind of like what I was saying about, like, he doesn't get to throw punches because it's so hard holding him. He's got to spend more time holding because he starts to throw. He's going to allow those openings. And then, again, because Wirth's not really going anywhere, he's just getting out-wrestled, and he's just getting beat, but just by positioning a little bit.
I'd also like to see Kevin go back to those weak takedowns that he was doing. If he can charge him, get him up against the fence, and not disengage, but just start messing with his legs a little bit, he can get another takedown like he did in the first round, and maybe turn this fight around that way.
And Morales is certainly the one dictating the transitions from feet to the ground at the moment. Starting to slowly approach the halfway point in the third and final round. Got one more bout coming your way this evening. Our main event in the middleweight division. John Poppy taking on Kyle Stewart. Over-under tie-up here as Wirth drives Morales to the fence. Let's see if he can do something with it here.
Oh, 5-on-2 action.
That's a good attempt at a takedown, but it's allowed Wirth to get to the back now.
And this is where you can start messing with those legs. That leg is right there for the taking. He did it earlier.
Yeah, looks like kick it out, try and sit Morales down. See, as soon as he abandons any sort of body lock, Morales able to turn him around here.
And that's it. It's so much fun. Good big elbow, good hook by Morales. It's so much fun because if they even try to let go to strike, the other one's going to break away. He's not giving up. Wirth's not giving up. And that's been a lot of fun. They've been kind of stuck in the wrestling match. Oh, that's happened again almost.
No.
Another knee.
Oh,
Maybe a slippery spot.
Yeah, possibly. Wirth looking to land some upper body strikes now. Minute and a half left in this one. And
Morales is just stalking, just coming forward, pushing the pace,
Yeah, looking to use his jab now as well, but clubbing right over the top.
Don't be sloppy. Be short.
See, that's the thing. They get into this position right here, and they can't really throw a punch. They're stuck in a wrestling match. They're so equal and even in here. Both of them not giving up anything, always lobbying for positions. A lot of fun watching this between the two.
And obviously, you know, we saw Morales have the success on the break from one of these situations. You know, he threw that right, it landed cleanly. It wouldn't surprise me if we see him do it again.
But he's getting the power in these takedowns. He's trying to get that single. He's going to try to pick him up. And again, Wirth is just not going away. I love it. Good transition, redouble.
Got his head out nicely.
Got another double. Change the level. Lock. Relock.
A beautiful bit of grappling.
yeah, that was really nice from both guys. Wirth almost looked like he was going around to the back at one point, but then Morales shot in and got that double.
Yeah, I am so surprised we don't see shot reshot more often. I mean, I know it takes a lot more energy, but it's so effective.
It's very effective. You pop in one-way transition, they react, you change the level, boom, and then reshot. And you got to do a second, a third, a fourth. Keep driving, reshot, reshot, reshot. That's when you hit that college-level style of wrestling, where it's a boom, 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 until you get it to the floor.
Yeah, chaining everything together. Final 10 seconds of this bout here. We're going to end it in much the way we've seen it take place over the last couple of rounds. Joseph Morales on top, trying to land ground and pound as Kevin Wirth wriggles his way back to defense. Hands in the air from Morales. He believes he's done enough.
Either way, though, Wirth was just a game opponent. He just wouldn't go away. He never lost. His spirit was never broken. And I think Morales at some point was trying, like, when are you going to give in and let me just ground and pound and finish this, you know? But Wirth was always in there, staying alive.
Yeah, and he did manage to mitigate what could have been a lot of nasty ground and pound overall.
Yep.
Let's take a look at some of the replays here from that third round. That was the...
Did they clash, shin on knee right there?
That was a big clash. That's one of those ones where you both hit the funny bone.
Yeah, and then you'll feel it tomorrow. And
nice takedown right there.
Yeah, body lock with the outside reap. I hope we're going to see the shot reshot again. But this was some of the clinch work that took place. Nice elbow over the
Great
top.
elbow.
It's the perfect range.
I would say textbook right there. Bump the shoulder, boom, fire, especially when he's pushed against the fence because he can't back away, he can only slide to the side.
Thank you.
Well, all smiles for Mr. Nice Guy Kevin Wirth.
He is a nice
Of course
guy
he
after the
is.
fight. I like it.
Of course he is.
Living
more
up to that
birds.
name.
No more birds being thrown. I really hope his knee isn't too hurt. I feel like we would have seen a little more action in that last round if he didn't have that same weird injury, that same step back on the knee and compromise himself.
Well, let's go ahead and get the official decision of this bout.
Let's finish it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 have it 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Joseph Popo Morales.
I love you, baby boy. I'll be home soon. We'll go play basketball at the park.
So your winner by unanimous decision, Joseph Morales. Showing once again that he is an exceptionally high-level competitor for anyone who steps in the cage against him.
Really fun fight, and I love to see the flyweights go at it, especially on a card where they can get into the UFC, or in his case, back into the UFC. It's a lot to ask for to have someone come into the UFC with not the same amount of experiences